My name is Dr. K. Srinivaslu from St. Peter's Engineering College. Today, I start the subject is electronics, devices and circuits. The subjects coming in second BTech first semester. In this semester, this is the first subject for the electronic students. So that is the electronics, device and circuits. Before going into this subject, so what is the importance of this subject? What is the use of this subject for the students? That is very, very important. Electronic device and circuits, EDC, that is the basic subject for the electronic students. Once you learn, once you are understanding this subject, automatically you will understanding the remaining subjects. So this is the basic subject for the electronic students. This is the basic subject for the electronic students. This subject is helping for other subjects also. Once you understanding the subject, once you understand the contents of the subject, automatically you will understanding the remaining subjects. For example, PDC, LICA, VLSI. So these are all subjects are involved. These are all subjects are touch with the subject. So that's why, my dear students, please try to understand this subject. Very, very important subject. Not only in examination point of, competitive examination level also, this subject is helping. Even MTech, also this subject is useful. So this is the basic subject. Okay. So here, before I will start this subject, what are the objectives are required for learning this subject? What are the objectives are required for learning the subjects? That is one point. Second point, once you are learning the subject, what are the outcomes? Once you learn this subject, what are the outcomes? What are the benefits for the students? So these are all things I will explain. Okay, let's go. Start. Course of objectives. Course objectives. First object, to introduce components such as diodes, BJTs. BJT means bipolar junction transistors, and FETs, field effect transistor. So these are the basic components are required for designing of any electronic circuits. So the structure, the characteristics of these components are very, very important. How to working the diode, how many types of diodes, what are the applications of the diodes. So these are all the very, very important. Next, BJT, bipolar junction transistor. So FETs, field effect transistor. These are all the basic components. These components are required. These components are used in designing of the electronic circuits. Once you are understanding the construction, the structure of the subject components, automatically you will designing with your own knowledge of the different circuits. So that's why these are very, very important components. Diodes. Different types of diodes are there. How to working the diode? How many types of diodes? What are the applications of the diodes? So these are all coming in the subject. Once you understanding the basic fundamentals of the diodes, like BJTs, like FETs. So these are all components are used in construction of the circuits. So that's what this is the basic. This is very, very important subject. Next course, objects. To know the applications of components. For example, diodes, PN junction diode, PN junction diode means silicon diode, germanium diode, Zener diodes, varactor diode, photodiodes, LED. So these are all the component diodes. What are the applications of the diode? For example, PN junction diode. The PN junction diodes are used in rectifiers, in clippers, in switching circuits. So these are basic applications of the diodes. Next, photodiodes, Zener diodes. Zener diodes are used in voltage regulators. LED, light emitting diodes are used in displays. Okay. So these are the applications of the diodes. Like that BJT, bipolar junction diode. Bipolar, bi means two directions. That's all. Forward bias and reverse bias. So this is bipolar. What are the applications of the transistor? Transistors are used in amplifiers. FETs are also used in amplifiers. So these are the basic applications of the components. Next course of the objective is switching characteristics of components. Diodes characteristics, BJT characteristics, FET characteristics. What are the advantages of the diodes? What are the disadvantages of diodes? Like that, what are the advantages of BJT, disadvantage of BJT? Like that, advantage of FETs, disadvantage of FETs. What are the character of the diode? PN junction diode character. Forward bias and reverse bias. In a forward bias, what happened? In reverse bias, what happened? Whenever voltage applied to the diode, what happened? So these are all the characteristics of the components. Components means diodes, BJTs, FETs. So here diodes mean different types of diodes are there. Once you understand one diode, automatically you will understand the remaining components also. Once you understand the diode construction, how to working the diode, what are the application of diode, what are the characteristics of the diode, once you are understanding these things, automatically you will be useful. You are understanding the BJT and FETs also. So that's why the construction of the diode or characteristics of the diode, applications of the diodes are very, very important. Why? Because so the characteristics, the applications are applicable, are coming to the next components. That means BJTs and FETs. Once you are understanding the construction of the diode, automatically you will understand the BJT. Once you are understand the BJT, automatically you will understand the FETs also. Why? Because this construction, the working is applicable for all the components. Okay. Next objective is to give understanding of various types of amplifier circuits. So many amplifier circuits are there. Common emitter amplifier, common base amplifier, common collector amplifiers. The BJTs, the transistors are used in amplifier circuits. What is the amplifier? To improve, to increasing the input without disturbing the shape of the input signal, you will increasing the output side. That is the amplifiers. So how to use these components in amplifier circuits? Okay. So these are all, once you are understanding, once you are learning, once you know this about this component, automatically we will use the in circuits. So these are all the basic objectives. These objectives are required for learning of the EDC subject. Okay. Next, course outcomes. Course outcomes means once you are understanding about the course objectives, what you are getting. Once you are understanding the components, what you will getting. See. So upon completion of this course, the students will be able to know the characteristics of various components. Once you are understanding the diodes, once you are understanding the BJT, once you are understanding the FETs, automatically you know the characteristics of various components. Here, various components means diodes, transistors, and FETs. Okay. Next course outcome is utilization of the components. Utilization of how to utilize these components. Once you know about the diodes, once you know the transistor, once you know the FETs, once you are understanding about the diodes and transistor and FETs, automatically the student will use this component in construction of the circuits. For designing of the projects, for designing small projects, for example, calling bill, in a calling bill. So these components, so which type of components are required, which type of components are used in a designing of the calling bill. Once you, how can you outcome? Once you are understanding these components, automatically you will use, so the diodes are used in designing of the calling bill. So the transistors are used for designing of the remote. So few examples. Once you are understanding of the basic components, automatically the students are use the components in designing of the circuits. Small projects, mini projects, calling bell, remote, TV remote. So these are the small projects. In these projects, these components are helping. Okay. Next one, understand the biasing techniques. Forward biasing, reverse biasing. So once you are understanding the forward biasing, in a forward biasing, the current is in passing. In a reverse bias, there is no current pass. Once you are understanding, automatically the student will be able to use these components. Okay. Next, design and analyze the small signal amplifier circuits. Design and analyze. These two are different. For example, you are making the TV remote. Once you are designing circuit, after that, how to use this amplifier? Once you are making the designing, so how to use this one? That analyze. Small signal amplifier circuits. That means audio frequency signals. Small signals means audio frequency. Audio frequency means low frequency. So the basic, the BTech student, the second year BTech students are used very small projects. So once you are designing, once you are analyzing your project, automatically you will use the components. So what I am saying about that is the course objectives and outcomes. So what are the components are required for learning of the subject? That the course objectives. Once you learn, once you are understanding the basic components, how can go? How can you use that components in your projects? That is course outcomes. Okay, so these are course objectives and course outcomes are very, very important for every subject. For every subject, not only EDC, even PDC or VLSI. For example, for learning of the VLSI, what are the objectives are required for learning the VLSI? Once you are understand the VLSI, so the students will be able to do the small any projects. So that's why the course objectives and course outcomes are very, very important for each subject. Okay. So these are all the course objectives and course outcomes. Okay. So now you will go basic first unit is diode and applications. This is the first unit of the EDC subject. EDC full form, electronics, devices and circuits. Electronics, devices and circuits. Under that subject, first unit is diode and applications. Diode, first basic component diode. Once you are understanding the diode, automatically you are understanding the BJTs and FETs. Okay, so under the first unit, what are the contents? What are the topics are there in first unit? First one, diode, static and dynamic resistance equivalent circuits. Static and dynamic resistance. Static means constant. Dynamic means variable. I mean constant resistance, variable resistance. So very, very important, static and dynamic resistance. More number of textbooks, more number of authors are used static resistance or dynamic resistance, static resistance, dynamic. Don't confuse. Static means fixed value. The resistor value is fixed. That is called static. So when resistor value is varied, that is dynamic. So please, very, very important, the meaning of static and dynamic. You don't know, without understanding meaning of static and dynamic words, very difficult to understand this subject. Wherever you go, static means fixed, dynamic means variable. The resistor value is varied according to our requirement. The resistor value will changes. That is called the dynamic resistance. Okay. Next one, equivalent circuits. For example, diode. Ideal diode, equivalent circuits. So every component are consisting some resistor. So in open, the resistor not showing. Internally, the resistor is connected. Every component. So draw the diode equivalent circuits. Next one, load line analysis. So load line analysis means operating point. That's called Q point. So whenever you apply the forward bias, reverse bias, according to temperature, the Q point, the cosine point are changes. So that will also see the next. Next one, diffusion and transition capacitance. Diffusion capacitance and transition capacitance. So diffusion capacitance, another name is also storage capacitance. diffusion capacitancy or storage capacitancy. The diffusion or storage capacitance are used in forward bias only. Okay. Next one, transience capacitancy. The transience capacitance are used under the reverse bias condition only. Transience capacitancy. Transience capacitors are used in reverse bias. Please to remember the difference of the diffusion or storage capacitancy and transience capacitancy. Sometimes diffusion capacitance are also called the forward bias capacitancy. Sometimes transience capacitance are also called the reverse bias capacitancy. Okay. Next, what are the diode applications? First application, switching types. Switch, all of you know what the switch. Switch is a electronic device. It's up on and off. That's all. In general, what is the meaning of switch? On and off. In the electrons oriented, switch is a device. Switch is a device that operates on and off. That's all. On means forward bias, off means reverse bias. Okay. Next application, rectifiers. Very, very important rectifiers. Half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge wave rectifier. Rectifier means the AC signal converted into pulsating DC, not pure DC, pulsating DC. That is called the rectifier. Okay, half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, and bridge wave rectifier. You will see also one by one. Next one, rectifiers. Next one, rectifiers. I mean, rectifiers with the capacitive and inductive filters. In half wave, whenever you use half wave rectifier, noise are there. In full wave, noise also are there. In bridge wave rectifier also, noise will be there. So how to overcome, how to reduce their noise? Whenever you use the capacitor, automatically you will reduce the noise. Whenever you use the inductors, automatically you will reduce the noise. That's why the capacitors and inductors are used in rectifiers. Why the capacitors are used? Why inductors are used in rectifier circuits? To overcome the noise. In half wave rectifier, so many noise are there. In full wave rectifier also noise are there. In bridge wave rectifier also noise are there. How to eliminate that noise? Whenever capacitors are used, automatically the noise will be reduced. How to reduce? You will see next. Okay. Next application, clippers and clipping at two independent levels. Clippers. Clippers means cutting and removing. That's all. Clipper meaning is cutting and removing. Here, what is the cutting? What is the removing? So here, unwanted material. In a signal, if any unwanted materials are there, so whenever you use the clippers, automatically cut and remove. Then you will get in the pure DC. That is called clipper. Please to remember what is the meaning of clipper. Clipper means cutting and removing. Means we remove the unwanted material. You will remove the unwanted noise with using the clipper circuits. Okay, at two independent level. I mean forward bias and reverse bias. Next one, clamper. Clamper, clamp. Clamp means to shift without changing. To shift the upward and downward. Positive upward and negative upward. Clamper. And to shift the DC level is called the clampers. Next one, clamping circuits theorem, clamping operations, types of clampers. Positive clampers, negative clampers, biased clampers, unbiased clampers. Okay. So these are all the applications of the diodes. Next one, diode application. So there are number of, semiconductor diodes used in practice for different purpose. The specific applications of each diode are mentioned below. For example, diode is there. That is the symbol of the diode, anode and cathode. Photodiode symbol, varactor diode symbol, Zener diode symbol, tunnel diode symbol, light emitting diode LED, socket diode, transistor voltage suppression diode. So here different diodes are there. So many diodes, semiconductor diodes are used for different purposes only. For example, PN junction diode. The diode used in rectifiers. Photodiodes are in amplifiers. Varactor diodes, oscillator. Zener diodes are used in voltage regulators. Tunnel diodes are used high-speed switchings. LED displays, socket diodes, like that. Okay, different types of diode symbols and applications. So what is the diode resistance? So diode resistance are two types. First one, static or DC resistance. Second one, dynamic or AC resistance. Static means constant. Please to remember, static means constant. The name is static or DC resistance. R circuit DC is equal to voltage across the diode divided by current through the diode. This is the formula for finding of the static resistance, for the finding of the DC resistance. In a circuits, in a forward bias, please find the static resistance. In laboratory point of view, what is the static resistance of forward bias? What is the static resistance of silicon diode? What is the static resistance of the Zener diode? How to find that one? That's using the same formula. R sub DC is equal to voltage across the diode divided by current through the diode. Is the definition, formula for the static or DC resistance. Second resistance is dynamic or AC resistance. Dynamic means variable resistance. RAC equal to change in voltage across the diode divided by change in current through the diode. Dynamic means already I'm extra. Dynamic means variable. That means varied, not fixed. The resistor value is always changes. Once your temperature changes according to our requirement, the resistance values are changes also. For finding of the dynamic resistance or AC resistance, what is the formula? RAC is equal to change in voltage across the diode divided by change in current through the diode. Next topic, load line analysis of diode. So let us consider a diode connected to resistor or source of voltage VDD in series. The diode connected in forward bias so that the forward current and forward voltage flowing through the circuit. Here in this one, the power supply DC voltage source is there, resistor there, diode. Resistor and diode are connected in series. Once you are connected in series with the DC voltage, ID diode current is equal to resistor current. So whenever apply the KVL to the circuit, input voltage V minus ID into RL minus VD. VD means diode voltage. RL means resistor, load resistor. ID diode current. So therefore, V equal to ID RL plus VD. When VD equal to 0, what will happen? V equal to ID RL plus 0. Therefore, ID equal to V by RL. When VD equal to 0. When ID is equal to 0, what happen in the circuit diagram? V equal to 0 into RL plus VD. That is equal to VD equal to V. So here, one thing. So whenever the diode is open circuits, whenever the diode is a closed circuit, that means forward bias, and reverse bias. Okay, next one, that is the circuit, characteristics of the low line. Here on y-axis current, on x-axis voltage. Okay, the straight line is called the low line. Okay, the center point is operating point. According to the you are applying input voltage, the operating point will changes. Sometimes it is also called the quiescent point or operating point. Okay, next. Thank you for watching this video. Buddha, end కొట్టాను కదా
ఎన్ని పెట్టి కొట్టు
ఇది కదా